Welcome to arguably one, if not the best provincial park in Ontario, offering a breathtaking fusion of rugged landscapes, a rich history, and a ton of recreational opportunities. With its iconic tree, the crystal clear waters, many sandy beaches, and a world-class visitor center, this park is truly a gem. With this incredible wildlife, beautiful campsites, and the thrill of cliff jumping and exploring one of the many trails, you will definitely have an unforgettable experience. Whether you're seeking adventure or a relaxing getaway, this park has something to offer for everyone. If you haven't guessed yet, we are at Killbear Provincial Park. Stick around till the end as we'll show you exactly what there is to do at this beautiful park. Killbear Provincial Park is located just outside of Parry Sound on the Georgian Bay. It is about a 3-hour drive from Toronto. Killbear Provincial Park is a large park with 7 campgrounds. Most campgrounds are less than a 5-minute walk from the shoreline, and all campgrounds have their own designated beach, plus there is a day-use beach as well. If you're looking for an electrical site, they are located in Kilcorsey, Beaver Dams and Harold's Point, and there are 3 group campsites as well. There's 4 trails, including a recreational trail that can be used for hiking, jogging and cycling. So this is the trailer sanitation station at Kilbear. There's 2 lanes, as you can see, and 2 water fill. There's also 2 fill spots over there, but they are in the same lane. So if somebody is dumping and you just need to fill up with water, you will have to wait
11 minutes later.
So if you're in the Beaver Dams or Kilcorsey, you will have to check in here, which is just a little office. This is also where you can get your firewood as well.
1 hour later.
So this is our site, 376. It's a pretty large site. It's kind of pain to get in because the trailer is over there, but you have to go over the 3 routes from the road there. But the best part is it's water view. It's not waterfront, but it's water view. So the other nice thing is because it's in the corner, there's not a lot of speeders. Normally at provincial parks, and unfortunately, people tend to treat it like a racetrack. However, because it is in the corner, people slow down here. Pretty large site, as you can probably tell. And the other thing is the pedestal for power is right there. So we use quite a bit of extension cord to run it all the way to the trailer. So this is 378, pretty decent site, pretty big, right close to the beach. Now the only thing is you do have a little bit of a trail up there, so you will have people walking by your site all day, but overall not a bad site at all. Over here is the beach, or one of the beaches. Every campground has its own beach. So there you're overlooking the island. To the right is Kilcorsey. Normally there's a lot of boats, now there's only one. Over there you can see the Twin Points from the Twin Points Trail. Again, the island is here. And over there in the distance you can see the famous tree. Well, at Kilbear you have to visit the visitor center. The visitor center is like a visitor center should be. Lots to see, you can learn about the history, interesting for kids. There's a lookout point as well, which we're on now. So yeah, definitely a very nice visitor center. So there's a little trail that takes you from the visitor center to the lookout where we just were. There's a picnic table, you can just hang out there by the water. It's a pretty nice spot. kayak, canoe or stand-up paddleboard here, you are on the Georgian Bay or bay of the Georgian Bay, so the water can get choppy. Not quite sure if you can see it because this camera is stabilized, but this it's pretty choppy at the moment. So over there's two little islands. One we named Goose Poop Island because there's just lots of bird feces on there. So if you spot something odd about the letters here, definitely let me know in the comments below. So the lighthouse trail, there is a little bit of climbing near the end of it, so if you have little kids, keep that in mind, you may have to carry them a bit. One thing that never disappoints is a Kilbear sunset, specifically if you're by the tree. But I find the Beaver Dams area in general the best for a very beautiful sunset.
Early the next morning.
So this is the Kilbear tree. It's a very famous tree. Unfortunately it needs braces this year due to winter storm, but it's located at Sunset Point at the end of Beaver Dams in the non-electrical section of Beaver Dams, so which is right there. You can't really miss the tree, and again it does have braces this year. But if you keep going on Sunset Point, you see Harold's Point over there. Harold's Point is it's a pretty neat spot as well, also a perfect spot to catch the sunset. If you love the beaches while camping, Kilbear is perfect for you. This is the Beaver Dams beach. Famous trees over there. You can't really see it due to the mist now, but all along the bay here it's all beaches. So this is one section of Beaver Dams. Just beyond that point is the second part of Beaver Dams, that's where we are. Then straight ahead is Kilcorsi, and then you also have the Day-Use Beach. So it's all beach here, and the water is just crystal clear, nice and sandy. So if you're looking for a great beach while camping, can't go wrong with Kilbear.
A little later.
So this is Harold's Point. This is where a lot of people cliff or rock jump, I guess, in the summer. It's also where you can catch a very nice sunset. Now there isn't a designated trail here, so it's easy to kind of make your own trail without hurting any of the trees or vegetation. right behind me is the Herald Point Rocks. This is where in the summer a lot of people are jumping from the rocks in the water. Not doing it now, it's September. It's a little bit too chilly to do that, but in the summer this is definitely a hot spot. So this is a point of Herald's Point. Probably why it's named the point, I guess. And from here you have a beautiful view over the park. The rocks and the bay. If you need some groceries or basic supplies, Parry Sound is about half an hour from the park. However, just outside of the park there are 2 stores.
A few minutes later.
This is the boat launch at Lighthouse Point. Group it's number 1, so maximum 25 occupants, no trailers, only tents. And it's right across the pet exercise area. So this is the only off-leash area for where you can let your pets run. So it is a little bit of a trail to the off-leash pet area. Probably like 200-300 meters, something like that. So here it is. It has its own nice little beach. This is where you can let your doggos have some fun. So it's all fresh new boardwalk here. They were actually constructing it last year when we did this trail. So the Lookout Trail is a nice trail. It's moderately rated. I think it's about 3.5 kilometers. There are some rocks at the end. There's a lot of boardwalk at the beginning, but near the end there's a bit more climbing. So it's definitely not wheelchair and stroller accessible. You do get a very nice view at the end. Definitely recommend this trail. This is the beginning of the trail. You just go along the water. This is also where you can go to the pet exercise area. Now when it comes to the Twin Points Trail, the first section is along the water and it actually brings you to the Twin Points. The second part is through the forested area. Typically we just do the one way by the water. Just a forested area, I mean it's nice, but it's nothing special either. Now, like most trails at Kilbear, there is a boardwalk section as well, which brings you to the first of the Twin Points. Over there is the dog exercise area. Now this is a leashed area, so you have to keep your dog on the leash here, unlike the other dog exercise area where it's off leash. Couple steep sections on the trail, this is one of them. The end of the boardwalk at the second Twin Point, you have to climb up. There are picnic benches everywhere or benches to enjoy the view. And more benches here. So the Twin Point Trail is an easy trail to do. Definitely recommend it. It's very short, certainly if you just go to the Twin Points like we typically do. It's less than a kilometer one way, so yeah, very easy to do trail. Amazing views, so definitely recommend it. Let's talk about Kilbear. Kilbear is a beautiful park. We absolutely love it here. You're right on the point on the Georgian Bay. The water is super clear. There's lots to do. Definitely bring your bike. It's a large park, and if you don't want to drive everywhere, walking distances are just too far, so definitely bring your bike. Bring your canoe, kayak or stand-up paddleboard if you're into paddling. Now keep in mind you are on the Georgian Bay, so depending on how windy or wavy it is, it may be pretty choppy or it may be perfectly calm, but the scenery while exploring on the water is absolutely amazing. There's a boat launch as well, so if you have a boat you can bring it. There's 4 beautiful trails, all recommend them. Kilbear is one of the most popular parks here in Ontario, so A, it's very difficult to get a spot, and B, it's super busy. So what we like to do here is typically go in the off season, so we're here in September. It's not nearly as busy, certainly during the week. Now it does get busy on the weekends, but during the week it's pretty empty. It's just an absolutely amazing park. Now if you do want firewood and you're not into the wet parkwood, the Detour store and the general store are just outside of the park. They have decent wood you can purchase there. Now there's lots to see. The visitor center is amazing. It's a good visitor center, like a visitor center should be. Catch the sunset on Sunset Rock. Definitely go see the famous windswept tree. It's been a symbol of Kilbear for many years, and the question is how long it will be there. Right now it has braces, unfortunately. Last year when we weren't here around the same time it didn't. Definitely recommend this park. If you don't like the crowds, avoid weekends, and honestly the beaches are amazing. So yeah, go check it out, and this is why Kilbear is definitely in our top 10 provincial parks. Now if you're looking for another great park like Kilbear, why don't you check out this park here. It's Bonishare. It's one of our favorites as well. It's a lot smaller than Kilbear, but there's a lot of hidden gems there that you don't want to miss out, so check out the video.